coming to you from somewhere south of sunny Stevens Point. I did not know I could do S alliterations that well. It's the B.Andrews radio show, and we are so glad to have you with us today. Here we are celebrating one of the coldest of days. It will be only parlayed by tomorrow, which is promising to be even colder than today. I am one of your radio hosts. I am one of the members of the former B.Andrews band. I am Eric. It is so good to be with you today and coming to you from the knitting side of the room. And yes, she is knitting. I do know the difference between her crocheting hooks and her knitting needles. She is knitting today, is Emily. Everybody say hi to Emily.
Hello.
Hi, Emily. And Emily, say hi to everybody. And sitting behind the producer's desk is our...
You just threw yourself
off.
I
really did. I messed myself up. That's pretty sad. Coming to you from behind the production table, doing the producing, adding her little witty comments whenever she possibly can, is the other co-host of our show, Kay. Say hi, Kay.
You know, I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at this thing in the studio, and it looks like it has a 3D
She's looking
effect.
at this thing in the studio. What are you looking at, child?
It's a piece of wood that Dad chose out. It's
Dad, you got to see this thing I'm looking at. It's a piece of wood.
Man.
Okay, personally, it's a piece of wood that Dad specifically chose, and it looks like the thing on it, the paint on it, is peeling off. If it's not, it's just a really good shadow effect. I can't decide which one it is.
It's a really good shadow effect.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Well, it's very bubbly.
It's a very bubbly shadow effect. I choose things well.
She's talking about our wall hangings.
Yes. If you were to see, was it last week or the week before?
I think it
was last week.
Yeah.
Last week. Okay. For those of you that may be listening to our show, go to our Facebook page, B.Andrews Radio Show. Be a part of the group, but we post pre-show videos there, being inside the studio. And since we hung these things in the studio last week, so we walked around the studio and we showed the different wall hangings off. And it's the one that says Coffee Cafe, which is, depending on how you want to translate it, it's coffee or cafe. So,
do you want to speak English or do you want to speak Italian?
So, however that it is. Anyway, that particular one, if you go to that show, I show it off. And, yeah, it's a little bubbly, but the way the light strikes it, it gives it a nice 3D image. So, anyway, that's enough about the wall hangings. It is so good to have you with us today here at the B.Andrews Radio Show, to which we are going to talk today about favorite holidays. The reason why I chose to talk about our favorite holidays is to somehow get our mind off of winter that has decided to show up here in Wisconsin and say, hello, my darling, hello, my baby, hello, my ragtime doll. Anyway, that's from a Bugs Bunny cartoon, but that's okay.
Think frog and top hat.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I'm thinking frog in a jester costume.
Oh, wrong one.
Anyway, so yeah, we're here, and
we're here. I can't say that.
We're here because we can't go anywhere else right at the moment, and it's not that the snow was so deep. We have by far had deeper snows than what we have gotten over the past 36, 48 hours. Half inch came in the first wave, or inch and a half came in the first. No, it wasn't. Let me back up. 5 inches came in the first wave, at least here in Hancock, and then in the second wave, we got somewhere between 10 and 12 inches yesterday by the time that it all stopped, but it's hard to tell because 15, 20 mile an hour winds started kicking up, so it started blowing it all around. So we had to deal with snow drifts, and after the wind came through, now our temperatures are quickly sinking. We had a high of, I think we reached -2 today, which is not too bad, but we're supposed to go even colder tonight. Tomorrow's high is somewhere between -9 and -15, depending on the radio station you listen to. So that's all the warmer we're going to get tomorrow. And then check this out, though. This is really cool. Saturday, supposed to be a high of 35. That will be a tropical heat wave. That is almost going to be a 50-degree swing in our temperature.
But it also gives us a false sense of security because it's like, oh, it's so warm. Oh, crap. No, it's at negative numbers now.
Yes,
it happened before this just came in. It was super tropical.
Right.
It smelled like spring.
This isn't our first cold spell. We actually had another cold spell where we got down to the single digits for about 5-6 days, and then it bounced back, and then we were right between 35 and 40 degrees for a week.
Yeah, how you spelling that?
What?
Cold spell?
Cold spell?
COLDSPELL.
Or COLDPLAY.
Or SNOW.
Or just
WEATHER.
Or just COLD. You know, why do we measure things below zero? Because once it hits zero... I'm serious. I have asked this question for a long time.
There are women tiny enough that they have negative sizes too. Remember, Hannah's wedding dress was a -1.
Okay,
it's true.
Okay, look.
But that's for human sizes.
Look. We're talking about weather, sizes. Not waistlines, okay? So
what waistline?
Anyway, thank goodness we're not being filmed. You can't see what I'm doing. Anyway, no, we're talking about the weather, and I mean, why do we measure things below zero? Because really, once we hit zero, isn't it just like all you have to put underneath of that is cold, colder? I mean, that's fine.
In our area, the weather comes in 5 different sizes.
Cold, colder, coldest. Stay inside, you stupid idiot.
Yeah. Or that one news story. Suspending all misdemeanors and felonies.
Yeah.
Did Mom tell you about that?
No.
What?
I don't remember. You guys were talking so long.
She's sitting here going, I got something to say. What do you
want to say? I don't know.
Okay, I remember now.
Oh.
So, okay, if you're asking, you're asking this question, why do we do that? Well, I have an answer. Competitiveness. I bet you there's these 2 guys going around like, man, it's so cold where I live. I'm glad you came and visited, but man, it gets pretty cold here. Oh no, this is nothing compared to where I live. You want to bet?
You're talking about that guy.
You want to bet?
That ain't nothing.
No, I'm talking about those 2 competitive people, and then it just keeps spreading from there. Like, oh, you want to bet? You want to bet?
Well, back in '78.
Why did you suddenly give them so much attitude? You want to bet?
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
the
competitive, the Panama.
She did the
Campanama. The Campanama.
Don't do a Campanama.
Don't do.
What's a Campanama?
Not a Campanama. Not on my boat. No. Anyway.
No.
Anyway. See, we changed the word. We can get by with that.
We can totally get by with that.
Sure.
Anyway, the competitive...
Now anybody even knows what we were calling.
I know. I seriously doubt that they would know that.
If he could think about it.
So I get what you're saying. There's going to be those 2 guys that are sitting there with nothing better to do, hot cup of coffee. They're bored out of their gourd because it's too cold to go anywhere. And one's going to say, yeah, back in 1978.
Why are you giving them cowboy accents?
It was so
cold. Give them old Youper. Give them old Smoker. Give them old Smoker Youper accents.
No.
Back there in 78 there, it was so cold.
That's it.
Oh, you like that one? Yeah, back there, it was so cold in 78. How cold was it? It was so cold, we were snotting icicles. Anyway.
Achoo!
Oh!
Here, I'll get the ice pick. Let me come.
This is what the miniature
fastest nose hair removal guaranteed, hands down.
Is it bleeding? I'll get the tissues.
No, don't have to worry about it bleeding, and you don't have to worry about pain. When the icicle hits, it's already numb, and you got the ice. Cauterizes the bleeding right there. So anyway.
More like frozen blood sickles in your nose.
I would have a problem with that. I get nosebleeds really bad when the weather gets dry.
Well, just share your personal life there on radio, kiddo.
Yeah. What else do we do?
I didn't tell anybody about my nosebleeds.
What nosebleeds?
Anyway, move right along.
All right, moving right along. I have a question for you.
Shoot, shotgun.
You're loaded
for bear.
So, are we gonna do that this segment or next segment? with the shout outs and the special song.
Oh, we always start the top of the second segment with our special song and shout outs. I just about had an Esh problem there, but
Sean Connery.
well, I was thinking more of Peter Griffin, but that's all right.
No,
He just talks like this.
Okay, all right. So you can tell I don't watch.
Shouldn't you be correcting you?
Yeah, I know. You can tell I don't watch that show that often.
I know. You don't watch it at all.
Actually, I've never seen the show. Just clips off of YouTube. The really funny parts. The rest of it is like, Anyway,
Yeah.
so no, we'll start that off at the beginning of the second segment. We have something very special that we want to share with everybody, and we want to give a shout out to a very special person. So that'll start at the beginning of the second segment. How much time do we have left in this segment?
We have like 5 minutes left.
So we have 5 minutes. So we're going back to the idea of why do we measure things below zero? Because honestly, a couple of years ago, after just a couple, after youth, I was taking some kids home, and it was so cold that the sign.
Wait. How cold was it?
The sign up at the bank couldn't determine the temperature. It was flickering back and forth between 0 and -1. It's like, Actually, it was the sign shivering. It wasn't really. It was freezing close. By the way, I had something very unique happen yesterday.
I was just going to ask about that.
Actually, yesterday. Here we go. You ready? I need you in on this one, Em. Yesterday, it was so cold.
Well, how cold was it?
It was so cold that even my transition lenses refused to change.
It's true. He came in, they were all dark, and he's like, wow, they're still on. No wonder it was so dark outside and I couldn't see it. It was really dark out. It was past 6. And he's looking and he's like, he's coming in, trying to dust off the snow from his hair because it was absolutely soaked.
I have never seen you so white-headed. I mean, you beat out Roger Vastain.
Oh,
It's true.
I overtook whiteness.
Yes.
Oh,
The whiteness
man.
overtook you.
That's called getting old.
That's
he's
called
getting
getting cold. I went
getting
frosty really quick.
Wendy would be proud.
Anyway, he came in, he's looking in the mirror, and just throughout the whole entire time, it's almost been a half an hour that he's in, they were still dark.
Yeah.
For a very long time.
Well, we missed a part of the explanation. When I went out, the sun was shining. When we started the snow blowing, it had quit snowing. The sun was shining.
The tank
and
was
so
clean.
it set off my transition lenses. So what I did not know is I was still going after the sun went down. It was dark outside. I was a half an hour easily past dark. And I come walking in, and I was
you
just...
were past 7.
Okay, that's an hour past dark. And I was just struggling trying to see outside, and that's when I turned around and looked in the mirror. My transitions had not changed. It was so cold outside that my transition lenses wouldn't change back to clear. And so it was like wearing sunglasses at nighttime.
I'm surprised you found your way home.
Actually, I was doing the sidewalk in front of the house, and I lost the sidewalk and started snow blowing the boulevard. It was like, man, why am I throwing up chunks and hickory nuts or acorns, and I must not be on the sidewalk.
Well, talking about wavering off the sidewalk, my snow boots have really, really bad traction. In fact, that they slip on grass. They have...
Why do you wear them?
Because they're snow boots. They're warm and ducky proof. They're waterproof.
No,
They're ducky proof.
it sounds like something you should just wear around the house for warmth. Don't wear them outside if you slip in them.
They're halfway up my calf. Oh, anyway,
Meh.
No, muffled.
Yeah, because it's halfway.
Which half?
Keep going
Anyway,
about your calf boots.
Anyway, so it's super slippery on the road because there's ice and there's snow, and you can't scrape it up without nicking up your shovel on the front of your...
AM, nicked it.
Anyway, from your plow. So there was a bunch of traffic coming in, and I didn't want to slip around on the road, so I decided to go through on the sidewalk, which was completely covered. The only way you could tell there's a sidewalk is because it's a little bit down, and there's just barely a dip in where the sidewalk was to where the rest of the snow was. So
Actually, I think you were doing it all by memory.
yeah, that could work too. Anyway, but I'm going along, and I get on there, and I'm pretty much almost knee deep the whole entire way, except for where it's been scraped out on driveways. And I'm going along, and I almost fell into the boulevard only twice, and I almost only slipped a couple of times. So I'm just trudging along as a bunch of people are driving by,
almost
staring
only
at me.
works in hand, shoes, and horse grenades.
Yeah, I know. Knee deep in the snow somewhere. Got
Did
the
you hear
blue
me?
skies breeze.
Hand, shoes, and horse grenades.
Oh, okay. Well, this is going to be a great place to stop and go get a refill on the beverage of your choice. Hopefully you're being somewhat entertained by our freezability. We're not being entertained by yours. How's that sound? Anyway,
Unfair.
So go get something warm, thaw out, and we'll come back and talk to you about good holidays.
I didn't know I had any of the symptoms. To the best of my knowledge, I had never had a problem before. All I did was enter the coffee shop, and the lady behind the counter said, "Morning, hun." And I looked at the glass case and saw my reflection. There it was, on my face. Smiley fascia.
Smiley fascia, or smiley face, is a condition caused by feelings of uncontrollable joy, peace, or tranquility. From the labs of Pharmaceuticals Unlimited comes depressia. Depressia is for those who are experiencing symptoms of smiley fascia or smiley face. Other symptoms may include singing, whistling, or in rare cases, skipping. Not all smiling is related to smiley fascia. Seeing others knocked down or in pain might also lead to smiling. Ask your doctor about the difference. Depressia is the first truly green drug, as we have used recycled cyanide, mercury, DDT, and a dash of sodium chloride. Using Depressia can help you lessen your carbon footprint on the planet.
Once I started taking Depressia, I felt so bad, I didn't have anything to smile about.
85% of those taking Depressia in our lab trials experienced lung failure, kidney failure, liver failure, death, and death-like symptoms. While taking Depressia, do not come into contact with sunlight or be around uplifting people, or this may hamper the depressing effects of the drug. If you continue to have uncontrollable feelings of joy, peace, and tranquility while taking Depressia, contact your doctor right away, as this might be a sign of deeper psychosis.
Depressia took the smile right off my face.
If you're struggling with smiley fascia, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's an oncoming train.
Depressia is not recommended by anyone and is not in stores. Depressia is solely a medical product of Pharmaceuticals Unlimited and is presented by the Adlib Council. Ask your doctor about Depressia.
Welcome back to this second segment of the B.Andrews radio show. Of course, it's a radio show that has 4 segments to it, so we are 25% done, beginning 75% of the rest of the show. So if you just joined with us, there's still a lot more to come. And by the way, as we are beginning this second segment of our show, I just want to give a shout out to our listener. We are truly going worldwide. According to our statistical analysis on what
I love our statistical analysis. Oh, looky there.
Yeah. on Spreaker.com, which is where this show originates from. According to the analysis on Spreaker.com, we have picked up a listener in Perth, Australia.
Hey, good day,
Mate.
G'day, mate. And there you go. That's
pardon our French.
That's as good as.
Forgot to freaking mute it. Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
Please turn
I'm
off
sorry.
all cellular devices.
I took it out of my pocket to do it and forgot.
And now you're making even more noise.
And
You just stared at your phone in your hand, going, "Why did I have this thing
That's-
out? Oh yeah, check on my little game here, and
no,
then put
I
it back in
did
your
not check
pocket."
on any game. Now, see what you guys are doing. You're totally messing up the audience and giving them an idea about me that
You
is
give them
just
plenty of ideas.
not true. I did not get out any games. Did not play on my device during the break. I took it out. I looked at it, and I did say, "Why did I take this out of my pocket?"
Did you? Did you really? Because I reminded
And then I
everybody
put it back in.
before we started this to mute it.
Yeah.
I do that.
Yeah. You do that from time to time.
And then I
don't you?
ask right before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of do that.
Anyway, what's the
sometimes.
other special
So,
song that we
anyway,
have?
shout out to Perth, Australia. Thank you for listening. You know who you all might. And thank you for listening to our radio show. Please share it with others. We'd
And do
love...
not be offended.
Yes, if you are offended, please keep listening. We are not normally this offensive. If you find us offensive.
What?
Dad's fault.
Anyway, and share the show around Australia. We would absolutely love the idea of becoming popular in Australia. You know what? You know what would be so cool? Become popular in Australia, and then we get to go and visit everybody.
Okay, yeah, sure.
You
'Cause,
just say that?
I don't want to go where there are so many things that can kill me.
hey, just stay in the heavily
We
populated
stay-
areas.
yeah,
We're not
stay-
going to the outback.
No,
We're not going to get attacked by koalas.
Okay, let's go out back. No.
You know,
No,
the other
copyright.
thing that you could do, I mean, they have some of the most beautiful beaches. They have some of the most deadliest animals
Yeah,
in the world.
Great Barrier Reef. That majority of the stuff there can kill you.
Yeah, you know, or
You look
eat
at
you.
it and then you die.
You do know that they have
You
great
look
whites.
at it and then you die.
That's how Australia works if you're in the outback or the Great Barrier Reef.
They have koalas.
They are
Those
vicious.
are vicious.
They're so
Have you seen
cute.
the claws on them?
Wait,
Hey, they
wait
got-
for nap time. Wait for nap time.
got-
Which is the majority of the day.
They got Roos and Joeys.
Those
so
things are
cute.
deadly, man.
I
Don't
s-
get near them.
I
They're
saw-
they have some painful kicks that can kill a person.
You know, does everything kill a person?
Yes. Yes.
This child.
The animals, the water, the environment, the people.
only if you offend them.
Sorry.
I want to eat some shrimp off the bobby. I really do.
I do too. But we can do it in Florida, where only half the things kill you.
Wow. You know, I did know, I heard somebody say that one time, the difference between the North and the South is down in the South, you can't see the things that'll kill you. Up in the North, at least you'll know what's going to kill you before it eats you.
It's true. It's true.
'Cause they're bigger.
so much bigger.
Yeah. Anyway. So, shout out to Perth, Australia. Thank you for listening. Share our show. And yes, maybe Emily won't come along, but if we get popular enough down there, I will go and visit our fans in Australia.
If you guys pay for it, because we don't have the money.
By then, if we've got that,
No. If we're that popular in Australia, we'll have money.
we'll
to be
have
able
money to
visit.
go.
In
Yeah, I
Australia.
mean, that's,
We'll
that's,
still be eating out of the cooler in the back of the van, but
But we'll have
be
the
in
money to
Australia.
get there.
How do we have the cooler? What's
Karen,
the van?
The cooler goes with us everywhere.
You know your mom.
Well, yeah, but how can she get it on the airplane?
You know, we'll
She
just
has
pack,
her ways.
We'll just pack a few sandwiches and go along with us.
Mom,
we
this is a whole entire...
we could save money that way.
Mom, this is 2 coolers of food. That's not a couple of sandwiches.
I know, but you know your father, he'll get hungry.
I'm hungry.
Remember, you need to make him the sandwich. If he tries to make it himself, he'll get distracted and start driving on the right side instead of the left.
It's
Do
true.
they drive on the left side down there?
Yes.
Oh, that's going to be so
And
tough.
you're designated driver.
Oh.
No, we'll get the designated driver
No.
for us so we
All
don't
right.
mess it up.
So that's shout out number 1 to our location of the week. And thank you once again, Perth, Australia. Now to our shout out for the person of the week. Today's shout out is to somebody who has a birthday today. And her name is
Today.
Madison. Madison, you know who you are. So we have something very special for you on the B.Andrews radio show. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Madison.
I almost said, God bless you.
Happy birthday to you. There
Almost
you
turned
go.
into a goat.
What?
My voice is a little shaky at the end. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Madison. And I do believe this is Sweet 16.
It is.
Oh, so anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. And if I'm not
Do something
mistaken,
to scare your dad.
what's that?
Do something to scare your dad.
Yeah, no. And if I'm not mistaken,
Sweet 16s?
and if I'm not mistaken, Grandma's making supper tonight, and I understand it's going to be really good. So
Don't give it away.
enjoy it. this show will air afterwards, and then
No, it won't.
she has
No,
to
it
plug
won't.
in and listen to it, which probably won't be until after supper at the very fastest.
Then she'll be like, "How do you know my life?"
Yeah, no, I have secret.
I have a
ways.
complaint.
I have secret ways.
Just
All
one?
right, so holidays. Let's change our mindset, our way of thinking here, and let's talk about our favorite holidays of the year. So just really, really quick. Emily, favorite holiday of the year?
Thanksgiving.
Oh, why?
Food. And games. I'm sorry if I come across as a hobbit.
Okay, but
Food, games, there's more of a jolly good time to be had at Thanksgiving, in my opinion.
okay. All right, Kay?
I didn't get no freaking Sweet 16.
Really?
Nah.
Well, you're still 15.
Wait. For your 16th birthday, didn't we go see Jacksepticeye?
No, that was for my 15th birthday.
Yeah, but it was still pretty sweet.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yes. By the way, my favorite holiday is Easter. It was always a flop. It's always a flip-flop between Thanksgiving and Easter. But I'm just going to put out
it's
there.
always a flop.
That's some
Okay.
serious connotations. But second of all, no, I had to work on my birthday. And then I got to go to Pizza Ranch the second day. And that's about it.
Isn't that pretty sweet?
I'm like,
I mean, nothing there was sweet, actually. Except, no, the ice cream's
Cactus
not...
bread.
No, I don't eat cactus bread. And the ice cream's not actually as much as sweet as
that's your
good
fault.
tasting.
are you done complaining?
No, I'm never done complaining. Yes, I'm done. Easter...
Watch out, everybody. Here comes a flock of
wah-wahs.
wah-wahs.
No, but Easter is my favorite holiday. It's always a flip-flop between Thanksgiving and Easter, but I think
Because
right
it's
now...
chocolate or pie. That's do you want chocolate or do you want
You
pie?
can get chocolate pie, Emily.
But we don't have it for either Easter or Thanksgiving.
No, but Easter, as for what is actually done and like the build up for Easter because of because of Lenten, and to the specific kind of times that are around Easter, because birthdays, deaths, days,
Yeah, last Easter wasn't all
No.
that great. So holidays for me. I mean,
Oh, wait. Hey,
Let
Dad.
the man talk.
Hey, Dad. What's your favorite holiday?
well, thank you for asking, announcer
Yeah.
lady. I try to make Christmas so epic, and sometimes that becomes a problem because if it doesn't meet the epicness of my expectation, then it's kind of like, man,
Yeah.
it's just
The
so
feeling
blasé.
that you want to
and-
get.
Yes. I mean, but I love Christmas. When I was a kid, 4th of July.
Yeah.
But it was.
Always got to be a patriot there.
But
not-
actually, that's not
no.
that's not the main reason. My family on my mom's side, 4th of July was the family picnic.
Yeah.
For the Rose family.
Yeah, that
And
makes sense.
that's when I would get together, all of them. And I mean, there could be 60, 80 people that would be there from my mom's side of the family. And they would all meet out at we all called him Uncle Herschel, but he was actually my great uncle. He's my mom's uncle. He was, my mom lost her dad when she was 4 years old, I think, very young. And so my grandmother's brother helped with the girls in the house. His name was Herschel. And so when it came time to giving them away, he also was the stand-in for them and gave all the daughters away. So and I got to know him, and he was a blast. But anyway, we would go out there, do the homemade ice cream. All the cousins would show up from that side of the family, and you'd have that kind of thing going on.
Fun fact: how many siblings were there to give away?
6. 7. I think 6. My mom had 6 sisters.
Yeah.
There's
So there
a
were
total of
7
7
girls.
7 girls in my mom's family. So
And she is the youngest.
she's the baby.
Yeah.
The baby
She, the
Rose.
baby. Yeah, baby Rose. So we have a listing of holidays that are going to be. How are we doing them, Kay? What's the criteria?
The criteria is popularity.
By popular, how do they measure the popularity of them?
I don't know. I really
I'm
don't.
guessing there's a pole involved,
I
and not a literal pole.
Hey, look, there's a
Would
poll.
you
Let's
quit
go
making
poll.
fun of those people from Europe? There's always a poll involved. Anyway, but that
What are
works
you
for
insinuating
that
about
works for
Europe?
our
We don't want to know.
that works for our area. You know how many polls there are around here?
I think you're missing a lock behind that.
Pole. Lock.
Anyway, this is a good place. I think I'm getting the signal from the producer of the show.
I don't know. Are you?
Am I? Yep, just got the signal. That we're going to take a break and come back and talk to you about favorite holidays.
You're listening to the B.Andrews radio show.
Hey, if you want to be a part of the show, connect with us on Twitter at B.Andrews Band, all lowercase, BANDREWS BAND, or IM us at Facebook by going to B.Andrews. That's first name B, B-E, last name Andrews, ANDREWS.
Welcome back to the third segment of the B.Andrews radio show. The show is half done. Can you believe that? And here we go. We're going to start talking about favorite holidays. This is the 16 favorite holidays. I'm looking out the window.
What 16 different holidays are there?
We're going
You'd be
to find.
surprised.
We're
There
going
are
to
a
find
lot
out.
of holidays,
We're
actually.
going to find out. Says Emily, who's sitting in between the windows. I'm so glad you put the curtain down on that window. I was looking outside and it's just.
White as far as
Depressing.
the
It
eye
just
can
keeps
see.
getting more and more depressing. I am so looking forward to our vacation. And by the way, you'll want to stick around for that because when we get back from our vacation, we are going to do a show on the best places to go vacation.
Did you write that down, by the way?
I did snot.
No, I asked you to, though.
There you go. I did snot. Okay, so yeah, you wanna join us for that. We will be refreshed. We will be all perky and just full of,
no.
and
no.
just full of ideas and
No, we'll be sad that
We'll
we had
be
to leave.
slow and lethargic and just won't want to talk about anything.
But
But
our
the awesome
vacation.
time that we had.
I know, sitting with that very expensive brand of coffee that we can't mention on the air and
Brand name coffee.
sitting by a fireplace enjoying a roaring fire. I know right where that fireplace is.
Oh, I know exactly where that
I'm-
fireplace
oh,
is too,
yeah, and
Dad.
if
Were you
it's
talking
not
about the
lit-
one right outside of the conference hall?
Shh, don't give away our location. It's
We-
secret.
We gave away the location
You know
inside the
where it
location
is.
that is unknown.
Yeah, I give away the location inside the location, which nobody knows where that is.
That's right. It's a secret location.
Inside a secret
Oh
location.
man, now you done give up the secret handshake too. What is wrong with you? Anyway,
Coy, you the only one that's got a fez with a propeller on top.
that's where I was going. Anyway, so yeah, and so I'm looking out that I need to get undepressed. So let's talk about
Let's,
other holidays and festivities that give me good vibes.
Well,
Are
let's
you
just
ready?
blow you up then.
Kaboom! Tinkle, 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 tinkle,
I
tinkle.
thought it was kablooey.
My daughter wants to blow me up. Okay, that's really good.
Hey, only in a video game I can do that.
All right, here we go. Are we going top to bottom, bottom to top?
16.
Number 16.
Columbus Day.
My birthday.
Fair. Yeah, oh yeah.
The official Columbus Day is my birthday. Here in the United States, it's only observed on the Monday afterwards, so they can get a 4-day weekend out of it. 3-day weekend out of it.
Which
4-day weekend.
For
What do
fun
they do?
fact,
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 4-day weekend.
for fun fact, that would be
Is
the
it-
12th.
Is it fun?
That's right. October
Well,
12th
since you
is
can never remember it's his birthday,
Like, it's either the 10th or the 12th. That's the 12th. Yeah, that.
she always puts it on the 10th.
And I have a cousin that is born on October 14th, and there are times that Columbus Day lands on that, and it irritates me because it's like, dude, Columbus Day is not your birthday. It's mine. It's totally mine.
I have a lot of birthdays
I have
in
a lot of
October.
angst. Anyway,
Everybody Everybody has angst.
So it's number 16. There are actually people that celebrate Columbus Day.
Hey, that 4-day weekend, man.
Is that what it's all about? Do you know that they are trying to eradicate Columbus Day and go with, what are they calling it? World Day or something like that?
Why?
Well, everybody's trying to ruin our history, and you know what?
That's exactly why, because it is a white European that discovered America, and
He was Italian.
A white
Italians
European.
are olive complected. They're not white.
just saying. And
Okay,
so
okay,
even
okay.
here in
Ignorance.
Wisconsin,
What'd they say about white ignorant people changing things? Wasn't that what they were complaining about originally? That white ignorant people were changing things?
hey, why are you being so racist? You keep saying the word white over there. White. What
Why
is-
don't we
what's
Well,
wrong
just
with
maybe
that?
it's because white people are racist. Huh?
It could happen. Anyway,
Yes.
even one of our local towns has just, 2-3 months ago, voted to recognize this other day as a holiday in their city and not to recognize October 12th as Columbus Day. So just saying, it's happening all around the country. It's kind of, so I'm surprised.
Okay, I'm gonna pull a U card.
Okay.
We're not supposed to talk politics.
I'm not talking politics. I
This
said
is-
nothing political whatsoever. I'm just saying what is happening culturally. So what my point is with that being so widespread happening, I'm a little surprised that Columbus Day made the list. So with that being said, number 15.
President's Day.
Why?
I'm severely shocked that President's Day.
Still on the bottom, but
Did you know that there are only, was it 28 or 32 states that actually recognize President's Day as a holiday?
which is kind of odd since February 22nd is technically Washington's birthday, but they celebrate it on that day, which I don't actually know when President's Day is.
Right here and now, I declare that come time for the radio show of that week, that we do an all presidents radio show.
I thought we were already planning
Well,
that.
you know what? That means you got to come in on a top hat, and I got to come in a fake beard. And Karen, you need to start growing out some lamb chops.
Mutton chops.
No, I think
No,
I'd rather wear
no,
the
as a
attire. I'll get on that old
She'll be
coat,
the
you know?
1800s because, you know, those dudes, I'm telling you what, man, they could lead anybody into battle with them things.
Tally ho!
John would be proud of you.
But she's a female.
Okay.
That's why they're not mutton chops. They're lamb
Lamb chops. Oh, good one. Good
I thought,
one.
wouldn't that
Good
be a
one.
U-chop? Technically?
EWE.
A U chop.
Because that's technically a
Ha-ha.
female sheep. A lamb is a baby sheep.
Karen, you got a baby face.
Thanks a lot.
Anyway, you got the cutest little baby face.
No,
Ooh,
I
that's
don't.
out of the 70s. Man, that
Okay,
just came
so,
back out of nowhere.
So for President's Day,
Whoa.
can we all agree that we're going to wear those wigs? Can we do that? Can
Grow
we do
it.
that?
Show it.
None of
Long as I can wear my
None-
wig.
None of those are white.
What? Well, not all presidents are white.
Not now.
No, one was black and another's orange.
Current. We have a carrot for a president.
Okay. All right.
Number 14.
Valentine's Day.
Wow. I'm surprised that's so far down. I
Wait,
would think
is
that
it
would be
number
higher.
14?
Yes.
Oh, nice catch.
I laughed at that too. I'm like, oh,
I didn't
how
catch
funny.
that. Nice catch. All right. Number 13.
Veterans Day.
I was getting ready to say nice catch.
Huh.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Veterans Day. Okay. People like celebrating Veterans Day. I know we try to make it really big around here. Number 12.
Martin Luther King Jr.'s Day.
Huh.
Did I say that right?
Martin Luther King Jr.'s Day.
Juniors. Is it juniors
Did I
or
say that
just
right?
Martin Luther King Jr. Day?
I don't know.
Is it
Because
his
it's
day?
after him, but do we call it his day?
Yes.
Or do we just say that's the day's name?
No,
So
it's
it's
his
his
day.
day.
By
Okay.
the way, in Washington, D.C., there is a really awesome memorial to Dr. Martin Luther King. If you ever get a chance to go, it's not on the beaten path. You gotta make your way around
Make
DC,
your way downtown, walking fast.
over to it. It's a little bit past the Lincoln Memorial, just to the south, I believe, of the Lincoln Memorial. As you go around and over the bridge, the reflection over the reflection pond that sits by the Jefferson, and keep going around that way. Anyway, so if you ever get a chance, go see it.
Yes, a place that I personally would absolutely love to visit, not only because it's a personal thing that I want to visit every single state here in the United States, but I think seeing our history for the veterans and going to the Memorial Park is something that I would absolutely love to see.
The World War II one is wow. It has a lot of symbolism and stuff to it. So Veterans Day, it's cold. That's November 11th. Martin Luther King's Day is in January. That's cold. I want to get away. I want the holidays.
I'm working on
number
it.
11.
Father's Day.
June. Ha.
You got to see this picture. I think you would like to do this.
Those are dad shorts for sure.
Ouch.
I didn't say they were your shorts. I said that they were dad shorts.
But he has a pair of them, though.
Makes them dad shorts.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point.
All right. Number 10.
Mother's Day.
Ladies.
Mother's Day only beat out Father's Day by one place.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's in May. It's warmer weather. It's spring, so we can talk about all the new fresh flowers if we could ever get the snow off the ground.
Hey, Dad.
That takes a while.
Twitter-pated.
Absolutely. That was me. Number 10? 9. Number 9.
New Year's.
Cold. I don't.
Not worth it.
Woo! It's a new year. Let's move along. Number 8.
What were you going to say?
I said I didn't get New Year's off because it was on a Tuesday. I'd never work Tuesdays, so it was kind of worthless this year.
Number 8.
Easter. Now, you want to see a creepy picture?
There we go.
Is it some...
So Easter, and Easter is another one of those holidays that I have very, very high expectations for, basically because of doing Lent. We have a Lent family series that we call, and we do it at the church where we all get together. We have dinner beforehand. Then we go into some pretty unique Bible studies. This year, I think we're going to do another tangible.
For the
what did I call it?
For the intangible?
Yeah, tangible things for an intangible faith.
Which I really like because personally, Dad puts a lot of history behind it and puts it with a lot of interesting facts, which makes it really good for not only older people, but for younger people, which would be me at this rate.
Or for people who don't know anything.
Yeah,
well, and I thought it was because you liked all the videos and pictures.
Actually, I don't like the videos. I like the pictures. I
prefer
when you talk.
Dad has old-fashioned cloth maps, which you need to get repaired.
It's epic.
Yeah. Okay, so number 7.
Labor Day. And they have a picture of steaks on a grill.
Yeah, buddy.
That's just, see, look. Does not look delicious?
So,
well, they're not cooked yet, but
Labor Day supposed to be unofficially the last day of summer, which it's not, but still have a few more days to go. But anyway, time to grill out, get burnt, fireworks, all this kind of stuff. Have the nice day off.
And, for fun fact, the picture is a really pretty grill with 5 New York strips, boneless, which are my favorite steak.
Well, if you keep saying that, you're just downright giddy then, aren't you?
I'm hungry. I said this once. I'm going to say it again. I'm hungry.
Where's my ribeyes?
You'll have to throw them on yourself.
They were given to Eve.
If I threw my ribeyes on myself, they would never get cooked. Hey, but I like them medium rare, so...
So you're not that
hot? You're just that hot?
I'm just that hot.
No, he's
no,
not.
No. I'm not going to let you. No.
If he were a 10, then they'd be well done.
That's right. So I'm taking her word for it, not
yours.
Don't take my word for it.
There you go. Number 7.
We
6.
just did, yeah.
Number 6.
Memorial Day.
Yes. And this goes along with...
Why are these higher than, Mother and Father's Day and Easter?
Well, it's
popularity, man.
It's those long weekends people get off. It's the beginning
Grilling.
of summer. Grilling. So one was the official end of summer. This is the unofficial beginning of summer.
Which means big parties, nice grill out, everybody gets in, for all the beepers up here, grab the beer, grab the
steaks from
cheese.
Father's Day I gave you.
Yeah, Hey, ouch. Ouch. I am personally offended here. If it
Sorry.
wasn't for me watching
Hang
Awu.
on. I will amend. You still got steaks that me and Karen got you for Father's Day.
Thank you. Okay, yeah, seriously, you need to eat those.
I'm trying to find the right time.
Let me guess. Memorial
You know they're
or
eventually
Labor
going to
Day?
go bad.
No, I mean it'll take them a while, but you're right. You're absolutely right.
Unofficial day
we're
of
going to
summer.
do
You
this.
were going to break those out.
The unofficial first day of summer. I will break them out. What is the unofficial day of summer?
Memorial Day, apparently?
That's the unofficial first day of summer. You said it's the unofficial day of summer. Today is the unofficial day of summer.
Hey, how about,
it's
summer
Wisconsin.
solstice?
That's right. We only get one day.
Yeah, hey.
Hey, make it count.
That's
See,
right.
lo
We're
and
going to break out
behold-
them steaks.
Lo and behold, the secret ending and the secret beginning and secret ending of summer is just one day, all wrapped in one. That's why we just big summer
There's
blowout.
just one day of summer.
Summer.
It begins and it ends.
Well, we all know the joke. I mean, we've said it probably 1,000 times, but it works well, especially as I'm looking out the window at the snow. Summer was so nice last year. I think it came in on a Tuesday.
Or, in Wisconsin, we have blizzards and rainstorms and tornadoes and floods, and we never let it ruin our 4th of July.
Hey, man, no, it's true.
No. All right, number 4.
No, we have 4 minutes left. We're on number 5.
What is
Misinterpreting
those
the
are the
sign.
hand signals?
It's like,
she's
God, give me a sign. You have 4 minutes. I have 4 blessings. Yay!
she's sitting there. She's flashing all these fingers at me, and it takes 3 times to count them. You ought to be glad I just got the number of digits on your hand right.
I'm glad I wasn't doing this for
You throw up one hand. Was that 6? I don't have 6 fingers on one hand.
Well, it's a little blurry, okay?
Hey,
Common sense says.
Which is it, 6 or 5?
I don't know. A lot of them
I
are
don't
pointing
know.
at me.
It was the poles out in the yard that were helping me count. All right, so anyway,
It's number 5.
number 5.
I gotta log back in here. That's not the right number.
They kicked you out?
Well, no, it turned off. Okay, number 5 is St. Patrick's Day.
I forgot that one
there's,
existed.
There's only one
Hey, are you
reason
wearing
why
any
that
green?
day is so high.
It's not St. Patrick's Day.
Because everybody gets high?
No, it's everybody loves the color green,
No, except you.
except me.
What does Kermit say about green?
That's why I'm not Irish.
What does Kermit say about the color
I don't
green?
know. Are we allowed to quote it?
The trees are green.
Oh,
No, that's
gosh.
not Kermit, but
No.
that's okay.
I don't do Kermit impressions. What do you expect me to do?
Okay.
Wait a minute. I got Kermit the Frog here. Okay, go ahead.
Really? Just to show me up.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you
It's
can
one
do
of the
better,
few.
Miss Piggy.
It's one of the few I can actually do.
Besides-
Oh, Kermit.
Nope, never
It's
mind.
not Miss Piggy. That's just my go-to.
All right.
Number 4.
Independence Day.
Okay, 4th of July.
It's on number 4.
Woo! You know what? I think they just did that so people would remember their poll. Like 14 was Valentine's Day.
I never remember Valentine's Day because I've never
You
There's
know
been
what?
no reason to.
exactly.
After I got married, I never forgot Valentine's Day.
But you know why I
And
remember
that's
Valentine's Day?
And that's when she tagged you with the lime. It was the coconut,
Coconut,
really.
Yeah, no.
Number 3.
Halloween.
There we go.
Yeah, I think we're getting into our top 3. Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, in that order. I'm calling
believe
it.
so. And
Really?
one of the reasons why I had mentioned to Kay about looking at this, because I thought Halloween was supposed to be high up on the list. We don't celebrate it. We turn off our lights. We don't really have anything to do with Halloween.
But I do
That's
like
my
watching.
faith.
I do like watching people in costumes go walking down the street.
I do. There are some entertaining ones. Kids come up with some really, really cool stuff.
Oh, it wasn't a kid I'm thinking about.
Oh,
but, you know.
okay. Some adults come up with some really stupid stuff.
I know which one you're thinking of.
The cow,
Yeah.
the pregnant cow, her udders out, holding a
Okay. This is a family show.
Dang it, I forgot what I was gonna
no,
say
I
again.
mean literal udders. She was in a cow onesie that had fake udders on the
Didn't
belly.
she have a
Still
little
saying
calf
this
walking
is a
behind
family
her?
show.
She had a calf, didn't she?
Yeah, she dressed her 2-year-old up in a little cow costume.
The
too.
nice thing about it is
so many thoughts going through my mind at the moment.
okay. So the nice thing about it is that we've been here long enough that we don't actually have to turn out our lights. People just know we don't do anything, so they just walk past us. It's nice. We don't have to worry about it.
Yeah,
but
we see people come in from Plainfield and Coloma. They don't belong
they just
here.
drive around.
They drive up here, raid our village, and then go north and raid another village. But, the point
So what you're saying is they should all be dressed as Vikings instead.
With
Yes.
Vikings.
What do you know? The terrors of the sea.
And copyright.
So I thought for sure that it would be high on the list because if I'm not mistaken, I've heard lots of statistics saying that
Dad's broken.
yes, that Halloween has become
Generates the most revenue.
is second in generating revenue
Besides
of all the
Christmas,
holidays.
obviously.
Yeah, besides Christmas. So
Well, considering everybody has to go out and buy the costumes, and then they get all the partying for the adults, and then they have to go out and buy the candy for the little kitties.
yeah. And so do the movies that come out.
Don't forget
during
all the
that time.
decorations.
That too.
And there's decorations and the horror movies and the parties and so forth. And but that's, biblically speaking, things that God says, hey, don't have anything to do with this stuff. And it's very disheartening to see how all of a sudden that Halloween is becoming more popular and more money spent to do it than we do on something that is very Christian in our country like Thanksgiving. I mean, we have the meals, but it's supposed to be that time of the year, stop and to give thanks. That's what it's all about.
And I mean, even common sense says, why do I want to celebrate a day where demons and evil spirits were supposed to be allowed to freely roam Earth?
Even if you didn't go with the other one, right? Why would you celebrate that? I don't know. But anyway, so moving right along, we're getting to our top 2. So number 2,
Christmas.
What?
Yeah, I know. That surprises me.
Right?
Christmas is number 2.
2. Okay.
So now I'm trying to scramble my brains for what's number 1.
I wonder if Christmas has gone to number 2 because of being over commercialized and therefore people are just not enjoying it.
Oh yeah, we're turning up a lot of Scrooges and Grinches.
Okay,
Yeah,
number.
Personally,
Sorry.
I think that that is spot on because it's like everybody pushes Christmas so much that they not only get caught up in it, but it just keeps dragging on and on.
Christmas, I gave you my heart.
Hey,
Seeing
it's almost past January.
Ugh.
No.
Seeing how
I hate that song.
after the hype of Halloween is over, the day after Halloween, or sometimes the day of Halloween, they start breaking out Christmas decorations. So it tends to drag on.
Well,
a lot.
And they have Christmas commercials on Halloween.
and starting sometimes as early as December 1st, we have radio stations that go to all Christmas music.
Sometimes before.
There have been a few that have started on Black Friday, which is right after, which Black Friday, given its name because of the day after Thanksgiving for people to start shopping for Christmas. Shopping
Wait, is
for
that
Christmas.
number 1? Is Black Friday number 1?
What's
It's not? What is
number
number 1?
Number 1, as it's rated on Thrillist.com, is Thanksgiving.
Really?
I know, because I'm like,
Probably because of its simplicity.
because people like to know as they get together, but then they just eat food and play games.
It still
And
is,
that's about
and
it.
And nobody expects anything, as harrowing as surviving Black Friday in order to get that perfect Christmas gift and saving money. And
Or,
it's not.
oh, I got you this gift. No, I'm so looking forward to the pumpkin pie.
It's not a rat race.
No.
I'm looking forward to going to Grandma's house. I'm looking forward to being with so-and-so. Yeah. Again, or what I'm calling the simplicity of it. But again, that's starting to get chilly during that time. Although I am surprised that you didn't mention opening day.
Oh.
That's not a holiday. That's just a Wisconsin event.
It is an opening. It's
Well,
a
hey,
holiday here in Wisconsin. Do you know how many people take a vacation day for that day?
Are you kidding
but they
me?
have to take a vacation day. They're not given a vacation for it.
Well, hey, the fishing the fishing event that we have.
The fishery.
The fishery.
Yes, we talked about it a couple of weeks ago.
It got postponed. The day it was supposed to happen, it got postponed.
It didn't get postponed. It got snow-poned, okay?
It just got
Good
pwned.
one.
Yes.
Yeah, it just got pwned.
And it keeps getting put off because, like, during this week, they can't do it because wind chills are going to be at 60 below zero.
I will tell you something, though. At least when the fishery happens, it will be safe to be on the ice.
That is true because of all the sub-zero days that we've had up to that time. Well, we're going to have our final break, and when we come back, we're going to share with you a little good news.
Well, you know, it's time for a little good news, and let the sun shine through for me and you with some good news.
Today's good news segment actually comes from Fox News. Believe it or not.
Is that like false news? Or?
No, Fox News.
Fox,
I just
not
said
false.
I just said it funny.
Oh, okay.
The South Carolina boy befriends an officer at Chick-fil-A. Now, doesn't that just sound like some good old Southern news?
Hey, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Aww.
Greenville police officer Terrence Brister said the young boy who befriended him in South Carolina Chick-fil-A on Friday is the very reason he served his community and the U.S. The police officer made a new friend last week when a young boy thanked him for his service at a local Chick-fil-A. Terrence Brister, an officer with the Greenville Police Department, who says he served in the Marine Corps as well, wrote on Facebook that the boy approached him at the restaurant on Friday to thank him. In turn for such a kind gesture, Brister said he took the boy to the counter and bought him a cookie. But the boy took the kindness a step further and gave the officer a gift card to Chick-fil-A. He's the very reason I have served in the USMC, state police, and now the city police. The faith, innocence, and love of a child is immeasurable, Brister wrote on Facebook. In a world that's divided by racial tension, prejudice, and discrimination, why can't adults be more like kids? He didn't see black or white. He saw only an enforcement officer, he saw only a law enforcement officer, someone who he called a hero. Brister thanked the boy's parents for raising a child who loves everyone, and said that despite some people's negative feelings towards law enforcement, it's days like today that God often reminds me of those who love, honor, and respect the badge and uniform for what it stands for.
Awesome. Way to go, young man. And my girls will tell you there have been times in their lives when we see somebody in a uniform, and I will say to them, go over there and shake that man's hand and tell him thank you. And now I happen to have one of those guys that's in uniform too, and never knew that was going to happen someday. To our law enforcement people, thank you for what you do. And to moms and dads, you're doing the right thing when you train your kids to respect the guys in uniform, the men and women in our badges. So thank you, and raise your children to do that. That's getting back to the roots of America. That's going to wrap it up for our show today. Hey, remember, go out and make a difference in this world. Do it on a day-by-day basis. If it's what you teach your kids, if it's doing an act of kindness that somebody else sees and says, you know what, I need to do the same thing. Let's challenge one another to be the absolute best that we can be. That's going to wrap it up for today's show. Thank you for being with us. Happy birthday, Madison. Thank you, Perth, Australia, for listening, and we'll catch you next week right here on the B.Andrews Radio Show. Bye, everybody.